Hello everyone, it's Pat Rosebank of the Rosebank Collection, world's largest privately held collection of tiaras. The collection now has about 400 replicas and we're still growing. And today we're going to see the newest one. Now, I haven't seen this yet. This was sent to me for reviewing purposes by Fiona of DeGray's collection, which is on Etsy. It's a replica of the Brabant Tiara. Now, a little history on the Brabant. It was given by Belgian nobility to the future Queen Mathilde of Belgium. And it was given to her on the occasion of her wedding, which was 1999. So it was given to her by the Belgian nobility. Now this tiara, like many tiaras made back in the day, can also be worn off its frame as a necklace. In fact, if you look closely at pictures of Queen Mathilde wearing it, there seems to be two frames. One that raises it above the head so that any fluffy hair will not obstruct it, and another that has it more flat on the head. Now, the tiara was originally made in England by a company called Hennell & Sons in 1912. And it's a laurel wreath tiara. And of course, the laurel wreath for millennia, since ancient Greece, has symbolized triumph. So let's get into this now. So again, like other offerings from DeGray's, it comes in this beautiful satin-covered box. You know, it's a nice firm box, but it also arrived very well packaged in bubble wrap inside a very sturdy shipping box. And it's got the special DeGray's blue ribbon on it too. And I'm sure, based on the previous DeGray's tiara that I received, it's going to have the proper DeGray's logo printed. That is, I'm so excited over opening a new tiara here. Logo printed tissue paper. So let's get into this now. So we got this beautiful, beautiful ribbon here. And now what do we got in here? So open up the box and yep, the tissue paper, the special DeGray's logo tissue paper. And my instinct here is just to rip into this stuff like mad. Oh, we've got personal note here, which, pardon me, it might be secret. Yeah, I'm not going to share that. It's personal here. But let me go in here now and just, oh, so we've got a little DeGray's tag with their logo. So their store is DeGray's Collection at Etsy, or sorry, DeGray'sCollection.etsy.com. Now I'm going to go into here and, it looks like that gave way in shipping, but let's see now. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. It is sparkling like crazy. And as I look at the frame of it, I can see it's almost like a mill grain patterning. Now, this obviously was 3D printed, to get such an exact replica. But if it were real, hand done, the mill grain would involve someone actually taking a sharp-ended tool and manually scratching these tiny little texture lines into it. But wow, is this gorgeous. I'm going to bring it a little closer here. But yeah, it's really sparkling beautifully. If you see any yellow tone to it, that's just one of the lights that I've got on it here. It is actually beautiful, shiny, silvery toned. And it's definitely CZ's because if we look at the back of it here, we can see that the light actually goes right through the jewels. So they're not foil-backed rhinestones or anything. And they're not set with prongs. They're actually heat set, which means that the metal is heated up just enough to expand the tiny holes in it. Then the CZs are put in there. Then the metal's cooled and it contracts and holds the stones in there. Now, I will say that even the lightest of tiaras, they do hurt, which is why there's something called tiara hair, which means you really pad the hair to provide some cushioning for your head. And in fact, you would traditionally go to the hairdresser and the hairdresser would actually build the style around your tiara. So it's really being held in place. Now I can see here some of the design elements do stick down below the band. So if you're wearing it, that is going to cause a pressure point on your head. So what I would recommend is either having some really good puffy tiara hair under it, Or what you can do is you can get a braided hairband. So it's, it's a synthetic braid of hair. Or if your hair is long enough to do it yourself, then just use a braid of your own hair across the top of your head where the tiara is going to sit. And then having a little braid there like that, not big enough to show, but just big enough to provide some nice cushioning and help keep the tiara comfortably in place. That's definitely what I'd recommend. Now on the ends of it here, there are loops. So what you would do is you would secure a ribbon through it and then tie the ribbon around the back of your hair at the nape of your neck. Now let's just look at this some more because it's just so exquisite here. Now DeGray's, they do sell some replicas that are available from other sources, but they really have an eye on the quality. And this is the second tiara that they have specially commissioned. The first was the Strathmore Rose Tiara, which was a wedding gift to the Queen Mother, and she wore it early in her life. Early in married life, that is, because traditionally tiaras should only be worn by brides and married women. In fact, if you recall the wedding of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, she wore a crown of flowers in her hair, a wreath of flowers. And then when she came out of signing the register and she was officially a married lady, gone was the crown of flowers, and in its place we saw her tiara. Anyway, this is just so beautiful. I just can't stop looking at it, and it's sparkling and everything. Yeah, and teeny weeny little, it looks, you would almost call it, I guess, a pavé setting, just solid rhinestones, or CZs, in each little section of the leaf. It's just like solidly encrusted. And then you've got a few larger stones, like berries, on the laurel wreath. This is just absolutely exquisite. I can't get over it. Thank you so much, Fiona, for sending me this to review. And it's just, wow. It is a very worthy addition to the Rosebank collection, let me tell you. So let me just move this out of here. And then you can maybe just see it sort of on its own. Yeah, that's just, oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely stunning. And it's truly the look of real. Some tiaras you can look at it and you say, well, that doesn't look real. This one, I could see this actually becoming an heirloom piece. Worn. I know we don't have too many formal occasions when one would wear a tiara, but I could see it worn to some formal occasions. I could even see it passed down from mother to daughter. And I really love that we now have 3D printing because we can get these kinds of really exact replicas. When I first started collecting, all we really had was cup chain welded to a frame, and maybe it kind of sort of vaguely resembled the original tiara, but here we've got something so beautiful and such an exact replica. Wow. Can you tell I love tiaras? Yeah, my mother's fault. She assembled her own tiara in, I guess, about 1958, 59 or something. Nearly went blind doing it, but it too is a gorgeous tiara. And I guess when you grow up always having a really good look of real tiara and getting in trouble for playing with it, I guess you're kind of destined to maybe become a tiara collector. Wow, just can't get over this gorgeous, gorgeous tiara. Anyway, you can find it at DeGray's Collection on Etsy. And wow, I'm just going to end now and sit and admire this gorgeous, sparkly creation.